I'm doing a challenge where I record one song every month. I am not a songwriter, but I'm trying to be, so the best way to do that is just to make songs. This is my third song and I just finished it, so I figured while it's done, while I'm familiar with it, I would just show you my Logic Pro file and kind of tell you about the song, how I made it in less than a month. I'll play you the chorus if you haven't heard it already.
You don't pick up, but I still call you anyway. Maybe you're kidnapped in the middle of the desert. Baby said, can you call me? So I call on you, and I'm staring at the ceiling, wondering can you even hear me, baby?
So that's the chorus. This is a riff that I've had for like a long time. I always play this riff on guitar. It's super simple. If you play guitar, even if you don't play guitar, I think anybody could play this. It is a D chord, which is like the most basic guitar chord. It's 3 fingers. Play it like that. And then you just move your first finger over one string. And then you move it over again. And then you move it back. And you move it back. And it goes like this. And it's that simple. I mean, that's the entire song. It is just me playing that over and over again. And it really is that simple. I always play that song whenever I grab my acoustics, so I knew for this challenge where I'm making all these songs, I was definitely going to record that into a real song, and it's become this. And this was the hardest song yet. I thought, you know, every month maybe this would get a little easier. Not the case. This song was a disaster to record. So this was actually the second version of the song. And it was after I completely destroyed the first version. I took the first version and just threw it out the window. I think the craziest part of this challenge of making a song once a month is that I'm really holding myself to it. When it's March 31st, like, the month's over. What I've got is what I've got, and that's what's being sent out. I finished this song March 31st at like 12 a.m. And that's, I'm not really that happy with it. But the thing is, I'm putting it out there, and I'm going to move on to the next song because I think that's the best way, at least for me, to learn. But this was the original version, which I've not heard now in like 2 weeks. Oh my god, I don't know what I am listening to right now. Okay, I think this is it. So you can see I was going for a lot more of an indie rock vibe.
You see me now, I'm pacing around the house. I'll take you any way I can, even if it's just for now.
And I mean, I like this style. Like, this was, I don't know, man. What happened is that, of course, I wrote this song on my acoustic guitar. This is a song I'm used to playing on acoustic guitar. And the original version, which I don't even think I have anywhere, the original V1 version was very slow. It was very, like, you know, that type of thing. And then I tried to make it this indie rock thing because I felt like this was more my style, which it is. But as you can see, or as you can hear, the vocals in this song are just garbage. I don't know why. That was the biggest struggle I had, is I just cannot sing these vocals. And that was part of it too, is this version, I actually tuned it down to make it lower so that it would be easier to sing. And that made it even farther from my original version, my original vision. This really threw me for a loop. I was just destroying stuff and rewriting stuff and just tearing it down. You can hear 2 different types of vocals here. So we've got this kind.
I'm pacing around the house. I'll take you any way I can.
And then I've got this.
Can you hear me now? I'm pacing around the house.
Ultimately, what ended up happening is I spent the entire month writing different versions of the same song. Fast versions, slow versions, high pitch, low pitch, and I was not happy with any of them. And I also didn't feel like I could sing any of them. So I just scrapped this entire project after scrapping my original project, and this is what I did. I opened a brand new Logic file with no tracks on it at all, and I recorded this. It's just a pure, raw, acoustic song. Just like how I normally play it.
See me now. I'm pacing around the house.
And I loved it. And I was like, you know, it's nice because it's like I'm just singing along to the acoustic guitar. My singing's not perfect, but it doesn't have to be because it has that raw acoustic feel where like it doesn't matter that much. And then I was like, maybe I just do this because it's the end of the month and I like this. Maybe I'll just ship this out. Maybe I'll post this on Apple Music and Spotify, and it'll just be a purely stripped song. But I couldn't do that. I immediately started adding effects. So I went from this to this. Add a little chorus effect. And then I started breaking every rule in music. So I duplicated the same track and just put it here with a different effect on it.
I'm pacing around the house.
This has more like reverb. And I did it again. And here's all of them together. We'll add the drums.
I keep calling you, even when I'm
I added these telephone vocals.
I'm pacing around the house.
I wanted to add my Mellotron because I feel like that's a little bit of my style now. It's like my signature style. Oh, I forgot. I took that out. Yeah, I did mute that eventually. It was too distracting. I also added these like stringed instruments. And I added these pizzicato sticks, which I think are really, really sick because they sound like the acoustic strumming. And then I really wanted piano in this song. So I broke out my dad's old synthesizer from like 1982 and I started recording tracks on that. So I recorded this track. I stacked it with this track. This is actually so sick.
You don't pick up, but I still call you anyway. Maybe you're kidnapped.
Dang, this is so sick. Like, this as a version. That is so cool.
And I'm staring at the ceiling, wondering, can you even hear me, baby?
And then the last track, pretty much the last instrument, is my wife Cameron. She has a very high voice. And she came in and wanted to sing, or at least I guess I forced her to sing. But either way, it sounds really cool.
You don't pick up.
And I had already done my own high tracks, so now there's like 2 high tracks.
You don't pick up,
But I still call you anyway.
maybe you're kidnapped in the middle of the desert. Baby said, can you call me? So I call on you, and I'll just talk, and I hope that you hear it someday.
And that's it. That's the song. And at the end of the day, it's actually a very simple song. It's drums, me playing acoustic guitar, my wife singing, and a couple of synth tracks. It is really straightforward, and honestly, it could have just been the acoustic guitar and me if I wanted it to be. Honestly, I kind of love it and I kind of hate it. I think what I don't like about it is that out of the 3 songs I've recorded so far now, this song is the worst produced. As far as like, again, like music production, like it sounds bad in like a very like amateur garage band way compared to my other 2 songs. The first one, which if you haven't seen the video on how I made that one, I can put that in like a corner here. That one I actually went to a studio and sounds fantastic. The second song, Night Job, I shipped that off to get professionally mixed and mastered, and it sounds really cool. And then you have this one, and it does not sound as good as far as the mixing and mastered and production goes. As far as the actual song, I'm pretty happy with it. I'm pretty happy with the lyrics. I'm happy with the pacing. All that took me a lot of different tries too, and I feel like this is a beautiful blend of my original vision, which was really slow, and the second version, which was more that indie rock vibe. And so I'm working on my 4th song now, and I'm excited for it. The biggest difference that I'm making is I've found the biggest hurdle with songwriting for me is my vocals. I'm not confident in them. I really don't know how to sing. I've never tried to sing before 3 months ago. I've never tried to sing. I can write instrumentals all day long. I can play piano, I can play guitar. I mean, I can knock that stuff out fast enough that I can do different iterations, but the vocals, oof, I don't know how to sing. So this month I'm learning how to sing. I've signed up for local vocal lessons. So I'm going to a teacher every week. I've been singing. My vocal teacher says that I'm a tenor, which is a very high voice, I guess, for a male. So that's something that I've not been doing, is I actually recorded this song and made it lower so I could sing it better, when in reality I probably should have made it even higher to try to sing it. So that's something I think I'm going to try for my 4th song now that I'm writing, is I'm going to try to sing it really freaking high and just see what the heck happens. But that's it. If you like this, I hope you like the song, so check that out. If you haven't, I'll put a little here, you can click right here and you can listen to the full song. So please check out the song and follow along. Hit the subscribe button if you want to see how this goes with me writing a song once a month.